A Parkinson's friend called me today to tell me how lonely he was. I feel for you if you're watching. I do. I want you to know that you're loved. I want you to know that you're important. I want you to know that people are thinking of you. I also hope that you will find local support, because being thousands of miles away, hearing that your friend's so lonely and not being able to go over to your house or hug you or reassure you in any physical way or any way that, no eyeball to eyeball contact, like we haven't had during quarantine anyway, is tough. I think local support is everything for Parkinson's patients and for anyone. We're not islands. We can't do any of this alone, no matter who we are or what we're doing or what condition we find ourselves in, but especially not with a chronic disease. And loneliness does not imply that we're alone, by the way. Of course, we know that one of the loneliest positions that a human being can be in is to be in a crowd, especially if members of that crowd include people we presume to know really well, because loneliness implies misunderstood or mischaracterized, or maybe not heard or seen, maybe vilified, maybe dehumanized, maybe persecuted even. Loneliness can include people who just feel on the outs. They feel different. They feel like something about them is so ugly that they won't be loved. None of that's true. Everybody's just really preoccupied. Some people are hiding in their caves from the fallout of this never-ending quarantine. It's easy to take things personally, get stuck in a rut and this habitual pattern and never leave the house. It would be a lot easier not to leave the house, given the challenges of a motor symptom disorder that include causal and chemical anxiety, depression, and a reaction to trauma that is unusual. The body doesn't really make enough epinephrine and other chemicals to bring you down from your flight or fight response. So the second you perceive a threat, your body doesn't know the difference between a real physical threat and something that's just upsetting or insulting or just annoying, like stalkers who misunderstand everything you say. Like, there's nothing you can say. When people think they have a story about you, all you can do is let them have their story and keep making your art. Make your art, have fun, do your music, go dancing, shake it up, no pun intended, but seriously. And the next time somebody tells you about the elephant sitting on their head, don't tell them not to think of the elephant, or say there's no elephant in the room, or just to relax and forget about it and move on and accept what is. That's what they're experiencing. We all experience different things, and we must go through that. In fact, it's our responsibility to narrate and communicate our Parkinson's symptoms and side effects. Not continually, please don't be a drag, a self-absorbed drag. Tell everybody everything about, every symptom that you're having. But with your loved ones, your intimates, your family, your coworkers, and people who you have to work with and around all the time, people can take things really personally, including the symptoms and side effects of this disease, which include rotigione, rasagiline, entacapone, Sinemet, and a host of other medications we need, and many of us absolutely rely upon to move. They come with side effects that are not great. How about all the anxiety meds and the depressive meds and the side effects of sleep meds and all the other things we've tried? I've tried everything from a shaman to a acupuncturist to body talk to craniosacral work. I'll do anything. I don't know. What else have I tried? Essential oils, eating differently, getting more sleep, more exercise, all kinds of exercise, high intensity, low intensity, both things at once, all the things. The point is, this disease will progress as it will. No matter what you do, you can monitor it a little, you can manage it and hold it off a bit. But after about 5 years or 7 years or 8 years, when your honeymoon's over, shit gets real. It gets lonely because, it's true, you don't want to leave the house sometimes. You don't feel safe enough. So find local help. Unhook those things that cause you the trauma that exacerbates all your symptoms and makes you all shaky and out of range. And then make sure that you have a support system. Someone to look you in the eye and say, yeah, I hear you. Even if they don't understand and have no idea what you're talking about. Like, why are you reacting to this stimulus as if it's a trauma? It doesn't matter as long as they hear you. As long as they acknowledge that you are there instead of ignoring you. It matters. So you deserve love. You are loved. You're important. I'm glad you're here. I wish that I could hug you. I'm sorry that you're going through this. But you have to find the local support. Everybody does. I do.